So hello everyone, my name is Danielle Konjolka. I am a hairstylist and a makeup artist, and I'm a mom and a wife. I have two beautiful girls, and I am on live tonight to talk to you guys a little bit about an opportunity with MONAT Global. If you guys have never heard of MONAT Global, we basically stand for modern nature. So modern technology and science mixed with naturally plant-based ingredients. So I'm obsessed with this line. We are all about having the best hair and skin that you've ever had and turning back time on your hair and skin. So the first guest I have jumping on with me tonight is my friend Dez. She's another hairstylist. As a matter of fact, she's an ex-hairstylist now. Because of this business, she's been able to work from her phone and work from anywhere and not break her back behind the chair anymore, but now just share the opportunity that we have with MONAT, because her hair transformation is amazing. I hope she's going to talk a little bit about it. And I'm going to add her to this video. So I hope you guys are going to stick around and watch this video. And next, I'm going to add my friend Melanie after I add Dez. So here we go.
Oh, hi.
Oh my God. Hey, Dez.
Hey, it's okay.
Were you having a nap while I figured my shit out tonight?
Yeah. It's all good. We're here now. I was like, oh my God, look at her hat. I'm like, I want to go get my hat. My roots are so long. I haven't washed my hair. I'm like, why did I get a hat?
That's why I'm wearing a hat, because I have some roots happening right now too. So I'm like, I'm just going to put a hat on.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, you rock it.
Thanks for jumping on.
You're welcome. Just got to fix my hair now.
Glad I could finally make this work. So.
Well, I just got to say, because I have long roots right now, because I'm lightening my hair, and you're one of the reasons why.
Oh, really?
Because you and another girl, Carly, and another girl all looked so good as brunettes. Like literally, I think I seen them, you guys, last time in Mexico in 2019. Yeah. And then you guys started lightening your hair after that trip. And you guys both now have like blonde hair. And I thought you guys looked good with dark hair. And now you look better, like not better, but you look equally the same. Like you still look good, blonde or brunette. And I'm like, oh, I want to go light. Well, not blonde, but I'm doing it. Because your hair hasn't even, I mean, let's be honest. Usually when you lighten your hair from really dark, it looks really damaged. But like, look how beautiful and shiny and healthy your hair looks.
And like, yeah, usually your hair can look pretty ratchet once you start like, once you start lightening it, right? And like, it's a process, right? Yeah. So we know this is hairdressers. It doesn't happen in one shot. It happens in multiple sessions. So actually when COVID hit last year in 2020, I went dark again. So I was blonde when I saw you in November in Cancun. Yeah. And then I went dark again in March because I was like, you know, we were working. I didn't work for like 3-4 months and I got bored and I had roots. I needed to do my hair. So I was like, I'm going to go dark. And so I threw dark color on, immediately regretted it because I was like, oh shit, why did I do that?
Yeah.
And then I started lightening it again after that. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, it's blonde is a process. But once you find products that can help repair your hair and nourish your hair, you're never going to go back, which is.
And now that they have this new damage repair line, because it took me 2 years to make the decision, because while you spoke briefly about my hair transformation, I have like bleach trauma. That's what I call it. Because I would just bleach my hair so bad that it would break. And then it was like fuzzy at the ends, but then I would flat iron it as flat and as thin as it would go. And it was, oh my God, the stuff. I used to throw my hair on an ironing board when it was blonde. Like I used to treat my hair like crap, and then no wonder it would never grow past here. Now I would joke around like, this is where my hair used to grow. That was the longest, but now this is all just new hair.
That's all your new growth.
So I was like, I haven't bleached my hair for 4 years since I've been on these products. My hair is literally so long and so healthy. But so it took me 2 years to make the decision, coming from that bleach trauma. I'm like, okay, I know my hair's not going to break off. I really want to change, but do I want to change? And I'm going to now. And now that the damage repair line came out, I want to do it like right now because I want to use that line so bad.
Oh my gosh. Well, and anybody could use it. You could use it right now, even though you don't really have damaged hair right now. It's like literally for anybody.
Yeah.
And I think we just talked about this in the group chat the other day because, we were kind of talking about how do you use this line and all this. And it is that line, the damage repair bond building line, is what I'd like to compare to Olaplex, but without the chemicals.
Exactly.
Okay. So it's the natural plant-based version of that. So the fact that they've come up with this brand new technology that nobody else has, that literally I've used it 4 times now, and I feel like I have a different head of hair again. My hair was already beautiful before, but like now I'm like, oh my God, like it's shiny. This is day 3 hair already.
Yeah. And you know what?
That's why
a lot of reviews are coming in already, and a lot of people are saying the same thing. They just love it. So I'm super excited. I know I can trust my products. I believe in my products. I mean, I'm just, Jack, sorry, my cat's chewing on my light ring here.
I had a dog just going like this on my leg too, like, let me up. But yeah, that's one of the things that I love about this company is the innovation and the technology that they're continually developing and coming up with and like setting new standards in the beauty industry that I feel like have never been there before, that I never really even noticed weren't there. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like when you're busy working behind the chair, you're not really thinking about products and what's in them. You know the smell and you know how it feels.
Yeah.
You don't know that a lot of these products are filled with chemicals and silicones and waxes and all that because we're not really told that, right?
Yeah.
Like the beauty industry is not really transparent that way. So to have a company and to work with a company that we know is transparent, we know where the products are made and manufactured and shipped out of, what's in them, and the fact that we have this whole scientific advisory board that oversees our products, like, and they're setting a whole new standard.
Yeah,
right?
They're not scientists that were just hired off of Kijiji. They're like world-renowned scientists. And to be completely honest with you, Danielle, if I go take myself back to when I owned a salon, like in my early 20s, all the sales reps coming in, bringing in the newest lines, blah, blah, blah. If one of them would have came in and said, this is a vegan, plant-based line, it's anti-aging, it's chemical free, like that doesn't, back in the day, that didn't really mean much to me. Honestly, it was about how it blow dried into hair and the smell. But now that we've all used the Think Dirty app a time or two, you realize that the most harmful ingredients are actually in the perfumes. So I mean, but now that I know the difference of going from all the products under the sun as a hairstylist to I've been on it for 4 years, but now to use and notice and wear and feel the difference from those products to the plant-based. I always say plants were the OG healers. Like plants have always healed. So now that I've been using a plant-based shampoo, I'm like, oh my God, the difference. And that's when I started noticing in my chair when my clients would get on. I would have clients that came in for their root touch-up every 4 to 5 weeks. And those, like, I know their hair like the back of I could do their hair with my eyes closed, right? And just to see them and the change in their hair every 4 weeks and how much healthier their scalp was feeling and looking. And I was witnessing it in front of my eyes every single day. And I've never used a product in the salon before where I've physically seen a change. People would be like, oh, well, do you think it's working? You think it's thickening my hair? And then as a stylist, you kind of always have to go like you don't want to hurt their feelings, even though you don't really see a change. You just want to keep their hopes up that, it will come. And then it just never did. But that's why I'm so a lifer with these products, because the results, they just deliver. And they're just top shelf.
And it's rare that you can find the naturally plant-based products that also are effective and that deliver the results, right? Like it's usually like one or the other.
Yeah.
It's all the chemicals and it delivers results, or it's naturally based, but it doesn't hold, it doesn't work, like, so to have both of those things is really cool. Yeah. And like, so I know you're not currently doing hair. I know you still can do hair. Once a hairdresser, always a hairdresser. And once you have that knowledge, you take it with you wherever you go, right? But like, what made you think, like, when you obviously you went from like okay, you're introduced to MONAT, to like, you start seeing results, to like, I think I'm going to actually take this seriously and work it as a business. Cause like, this isn't normally something that we do as hairdressers. It's not something we're taught in hair school. It's not like, you know, your hair school teacher is like, you're going to learn about products and you're going to retail products. Like, it might be one little chapter that's covered, and that's it. It's kind of that you learn later on. So I know when I'm speaking to hairdressers, the number one objection I get is, I'm too busy. I'm too busy. I can't do this. And I always say, but that's the reason why you need to look into this. Well, because if you're too busy.
Yeah. And that doesn't make sense to me, because as a hairstylist, we're doing nothing more than we've already been taught and already have been doing as hairstylists. It's part of our professional job to recommend products to people. So, I mean, that's how I started, was I just was hooking people up as, because I would talk about it. And, you know, everyone trusts their hairdresser. And I was saying, you know what, I didn't really say anything for the first few months, but I've been on these products for 6 months. You know, I would talk about it, and my clients would be like, you know, your hair does look healthier. They've been with me for 10 to 15 years. They see my hair, they know what it looks like. And they were like, well, I want it. Like, you know, I used a product line for 8 years that they loved. I loved. And when I got rid of it, they were like, what? Well, whatever you're using in place of this must be good, because we know how hardcore you are about this present line. And I made the decision to just swap it out because of the results. But it was like, for me as a stylist, I didn't do it for the business side of things. I didn't know anything about the business when I started. I just knew I had a website and I could hook people up and get them a discount and free shipping and all that stuff. And they were stoked about it. They did it right in my chair while their color was processing. And then it was like, you know, a year later, I just started looking into the business thing. I was just getting all these paychecks and free products or this or that, or hey, you just earned a trip. Like, what?
incentives that we never had before, right?
Exactly.
Like, yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, the last time I went to Mexico for a hair show, I had to buy $2,500 in product for my salon to get one show ticket for Modern Beauty. And so I ordered $5,000 of product because I wanted to bring another girl with me. So I ran a little contest in my salon over a couple months. And then we still had to pay for our flights, but we got the Mexico ticket and the hotel free. But I mean, I had to spend $5,000 to get to that hair show. So I started just for the first year with my clients. So I couldn't have said like, oh, I don't have time for this. But then when I seen that shift where I was like, you mean I really don't have to work behind my chair as much and I could still make the same amount of money? That's when I stopped working Fridays because we got paid on Fridays. And then I stopped working an extra evening. And, you know, it just kind of slowly shifted to be like, you know what, I'm going to go for it. You know, and my clients were upset, and saying goodbye to my clients was the hardest thing. But I always wanted to move to BC. And I could never do that because I felt like I was not in a bad way, but kind of changed my clientele. Like I just couldn't pick up my financial security blanket of the years and years it took me to build that business. And I just couldn't take them with me to move to BC somewhere, you know? So it was always kind of holding me back in a way. And then as soon as I started working it as a business, I just started making more money, and it gave me that opportunity to okay, guys, I might be back. I might not. I'm going on a new adventure right now. I'm taking my new work with me in my phone. And it's just been I would have never been able to do that. And I was getting to the point where my back was bad, twisted up. There was times where I couldn't even move, or get her in or out of my truck. It was bad. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity. God, my face is red.
No, and I find as a hairstylist, it's either your lower back that really hurts or it's your neck and shoulders. And I have neck and shoulder pain, and carpal tunnel is also a big one. So I just love that this gives people another opportunity. If you still want to work in the salon full time, do that.
Oh, yeah.
You can add to that. You don't have to keep any inventory. There's no I just love that there's no monthly minimums or anything. You literally can purchase a product pack, which is full-size products, to start your business, and then see where it goes.
Exactly.
And if you've got fire lit under your butt and you're surrounding yourself with other people that are like that, and you see this opportunity, Sometimes it takes a little bit. Like, you obviously want to try the products and get used to it, especially, you know, like, I know I did that. I know you did that, but something clicks one day and you're like, there's so much more to this business than just retailing products. Like, it's not the same as just retailing products in a salon.
Right.
There's a whole nother business behind this that is life-changing. It has been for both of us.
Yeah.
And so that's really what I want to showcase today, is how you can still be a hairstylist and work part-time or full-time, or maybe you're a retired hairstylist and still legit use your skills, but in a different way.
Totally.
And this can be that vehicle to get you there. And you don't have to be a hairstylist, which I know is weird. I know a lot of hairstylists are like, I can't do it because anybody can sell it. But that's actually the cool thing, is that anybody can sell it. We've got the tools to teach people. We've got the education. MONAT is like stepping up their game all the time. They just announced that we're going to have like a whole shampoo dealer certification that you're going to have to go through.
Yeah.
And like, they see the need and they provide it for us, which is really cool. Like, I can't say that for any other company I've ever worked with or for in the 19 years that I have been in the beauty industry. So like, just really cool to see that standards are being raised, for sure.
I agree. I'm selling, you know, promoting shampoo and skincare is just such a small part of it. And you have no idea how big it really is when you start, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. You got to like surround yourself with people that are like doing the same thing as you. And that's the thing, is like, I just got back from Monations in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was with a few girls from my team, and it was like, I hadn't seen them in over 2 years. We live all over Canada and the US. And it was like, it just felt so good. Yeah. It felt like I was back at home with my girls and my business partners. And it just like gave me a community that I never had working by myself, because I literally have a suite in my home. And before that, I was always working in salon suites by myself. And so for me, it's given me a community that I now have that support me and my dreams, and I support theirs the same. Yeah. Right. So it's pretty cool. And like, you and I aren't on the same team, but we talk a lot too, and we push each other and root each other on. And I love that. It's like a big family.
Yeah. Yeah, I think one of the things is some stylists don't think, some people turn their nose down to it because anyone can get it. Anyone can sell it. And you know, you and I both know as stylists, we're the ones that have that little card that say journeyman stylist. We're the ones supposed to be able to get the prices to resell them to people. You know, that's supposed to be our job. So for some, it doesn't seem professional because anyone and their dog and neighbor can go sign up and get the same discount. But you know what, to be completely honest with you, I love being able to give my people and my clients the option of getting it at the same price as me. Because after years of having to upsell, you know, a little bit of money you make on all the products, but you know, you're charging them more than what you bought them for. For me, I always felt bad. And now I just love that. And people will think, some people will think that it's not as a professional line because it's sold e-commerce, like online, but it is the most professional line in the world. We're the #1 sold anti-aging hair care line in the world. And it is the most professional I've ever used in my life. And that's just like the company, they just want to change families' lives. So that's why they made it available for anyone to do this business. And they were onto something, because there's no one in our playing field. There's just, they wanted to come in with a company and a product that no one else had. And here we are, 7 years later, second fastest growing company.
Here we are, and we're part of it. We're part of this global growth that's happening. And like, yes, other hair companies are available in other countries too, but you can't go and sell the products that you're using. Oh my God, I have my sprayer. You can't go and sell those products that you have in your salon to somebody in Australia or somebody in the UK. Yeah. You can only sell to people that are in your local area. So that's where this differs, is like, it just opens up all these new doors. And like, you're already doing it. You're already talking to people about your, you know, you're styling your hair online, and you're going live, and you're hopping on your stories. So why not get paid for it? Yeah. And the fact it's a pretty valuable opportunity. Yeah. The fact that we can help people, like opening up Australia in October, like
Australia is huge. Like the fact that now we're going to be able to connect with people halfway across the world, even more so, and help them help others. It's pretty cool. It's like I have met some of the most coolest, my most favorite people online through this business. So it's definitely a vehicle to get you a lot of different places that you want to be in life, maybe if you didn't even know so to begin with.
If you had one piece of advice for somebody that's watching this video that is maybe a little bit hesitant, what would you say to them?
Oh, effing do it. Shit or get off the pot. If it's not for you, someone else is waiting for this opportunity. I'm like, how many people have you talked to? Their only regret is not starting sooner. So my advice,
or not buying a big product back.
yeah, my gentler advice is you literally have nothing to lose. It is an opportunity. There's no pressure with it whatsoever. So just push whatever fear you have to the side and step into your power and own it, and let's do this. Like seriously, if you don't like it, you can be part of that one, less than 1% who doesn't, and send it back. But if you do, even on one of our calls, Stuart even said, give it 1 year, because at the very, very least, you will be a different person after 1 year. Your personal development, your self-belief, everything will be completely different after a year. So really, you have nothing to lose.
Yeah, like did you ever dive into personal development before MONAT?
No.
Like did you ever want to grow personally and like expand your mindset and like
I didn't
like,
know what personal development was. I wouldn't, before MONAT, I wouldn't be able to explain to you what personal development is. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But now, yeah, totally life-changing.
Okay.
Talk soon.
Thanks for jumping on, Dez. Appreciate it.
No problem. Bye.
Bye. Okay, so next I'm going to invite my friend Melanie on. I'm putting her on the spot. I'm putting Melanie on the spot. She did not want to come on with me, and I was like, you're doing this. You are doing this. We're doing this together, girl, because that's what this business is about, is pushing each other out of comfort zones and having fun together and growing together. And Melanie's worked this business with me for over 4 years, and I am in Saskatchewan, Canada, and she lives in Colorado, USA. She's one of my most amazing business partners. I love her to pieces, and I was so happy to just come back from Atlanta with her. So Melanie, can you add yourself? Thank you for joining me.
No problem. I didn't even know what I was joining for. You just said to join you, so I'm here.
I know. I like to put people on the spot, and I like to do things on the fly. So there you go. That's what we're going to do.
I like that too. I'm a fly.
And I like that you don't have to go to soccer practice tonight.
I know, it was canceled. I'm like, it's a perfect storm, because I was like, I'm going to be at a soccer field. I don't know if my reception is going to be good. I didn't know my video would work, but it works. We're good. I'm at home.
Yay. And I don't know if have we ever done a live together? I don't think we have.
I don't think so. I honestly haven't done these in a long time. We used to do them, and we need to get
started. Well, you know what? I just figured like it's been a while since I've done this too. And I really feel like we've got an amazing opportunity to share with people. And now that we're launching in Australia October 1st, we've even got more opportunity to talk about our business. And you've been working this business with me for over 4 years. And I would love to hear more about like why you decided this would be something that you could look into. And I know we got introduced through our friend Alina, who we also love. And yeah, just maybe to like touch on that a little bit, like how you got started and what you thought when you first got started.
Sure. So I got started, and it took me forever to decide. So if anybody's on the fence, don't do what I've done before. So it took me way too long. And then I realized you shouldn't even think about it, and you should just join. There's nothing to lose. But Alina reached out to me multiple times. She knew that I did hair. So we met in Belarus. She would help me with translation and things like that when I lived overseas. And then I moved to the US, and she moved to Canada, and we reconnected on social media, and she knew I did hair, and she was like, I have this amazing opportunity. And I had never heard about MONAT before, and typical stylist thought process, right? I was like, I know everything about hair, and I use all the best products, and there's like, what is this online selling hair products, right? So that's what I thought of it at first. And then I started researching more and more. And honestly, I wasn't happy with my hair. After I had my daughter, my hair was fine. after I had my son, which he just turned 8, my hair just was never the same. Like it didn't come back the same. I was like super thinning all around my face, and I couldn't really wear my hair back. I would always have to wear it down. And I tried everything because I used to use Nioxin. You know, I used to sell Nioxin in the salon.
Yeah.
I tried everything. I used Aveda and Kerastase and all the good stuff, and nothing was working. So I'm like, the more I researched MONAT, I'm like, this sounds really interesting and very different than other lines. So I'm like, maybe I'll just join. I'm going to join for the discount. This is what I told her. I'm going to join for the discount, but don't tell me to sell anything. I literally just want the best price. And she's like, that's totally fine. Do that. And so I joined with like, I think I joined with like the medium product pack or something, because I wanted to try a lot. I mean, I'm a beauty product junkie, so I knew I needed a little bit of everything,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, totally.
And I got the products and I used them, and I was like, I'm very sensitive to how things feel since I was a stylist. So I'm like, one wash and I was like, this feels different. So what did I do? Just like we do, like when you see a good movie or restaurant or anything, I told my mom, my sister, my friends, I'm like, you guys got to try this product. Like, it's amazing. I washed my hair like one time. It feels so much like thicker. It like plumped the cuticle in my hair. It's amazing. And so I told Elena, I'm like, I'm going to send these people to you. And she's like, what are you thinking? Like this, you could have a little business, just do it for fun. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay. So I started that way. And then I don't know, it was like a tornado. It was like, I started then talking about it to everybody, like anybody that asked me, or my mom was talking about it when she used the products, and it just went from there. And then I'm not sure what got me going I think it was the Smart Start bonuses probably, and the trips.
Yeah.
Once you learn, like once you start seeing a paycheck come in, you're like, oh my goodness, all I'm doing is sharing what I really love, you know, with the hair care I really love. So I was like, and I'm getting paid to do this. So I don't know. It all just started clicking, and then it became my business and my passion, really.
That's so cool. And so at the time when you were introduced to it, I forget, were you still doing hair in salons, or had you moved on from that and like you were doing something else by then?
So I did hair when I was younger, in my 20s. And then I moved on because my husband was a hockey player, you know, so he ended up taking a contract in Europe, and we lived overseas for 7 years. So I would do teammate, you know, like the wives' hair or like friends and family, but I was not behind the chair because you're moving all the time. You can't have a clientele, you know?
Yeah.
So when I come home, I would do my friends and family's hair and things like that. But other than that, I knew I didn't want to go back behind the chair because building your clientele takes forever too. So
Yeah.
I had a different job, like in finance, which I wasn't truly loving. I was just like, this isn't my full passion, you know, for what I like in the beauty industry and what I'm used to doing. So this, like, it fell into my life at the perfect time because we had just moved back to Colorado, or to Colorado from Europe. And like the community part of it was awesome. Everything, like how everybody just comes together and supports each other. And it's like a bunch of friends from everywhere that you never had, you know?
Right, that you didn't know that you would be friends with. Like, you and I would have never met. Like,
no,
we love to go, like, we go on our trips, we like to have drinks, we like to go dancing. We're there for the convention, obviously, too. But like, it is like a big meeting, like the meeting of your people, and like other people that are into the same thing as you. And so I love that you said all of those keywords, like you're a beauty junkie. So like, I always tell people that, like, you don't have to be a hairstylist to do this, but you do have to be somewhat of a beauty junkie. Okay. So you do have to love beauty products. You do have to love, you know, talking to people about it, whatever way works for you. If it's in person or it's online or it's in Messenger or texting, email, like whatever works for you. But you know, an open mouth is an open business, right? So if you're using something and you're loving it and it's making your hair stronger and shinier and it's growing, of course you're going to talk about it.
Yes.
Right.
And I love helping people, right? Like I think that's why we are hairstylists anyways in the beginning. Yes, we're probably creative, right? But you love to like bring people's confidence back. You're like, when they leave your chair, they're like, oh, I feel so good. Like, and we still get that feeling through this business when you're not behind the chair. You know, you can completely change somebody's whole feeling about their self and their confidence. And I love that. So anybody that loves to help people, I think this is the business for them as well.
Definitely. And yeah, I would agree with you there. Like when we get when we ask, how are you liking your products? And we get a little testimonial back, like, oh my gosh, my hair is so soft, or it's grown this much. And they send you a picture. It's like, it just feels so good. So I love that you don't even have to be practicing as a hairdresser anymore to still get that good feeling in your heart that you're helping other people.
It's true. I love that part. And it
And
helps change other people's lives, like through our team as well. When you help build a team and you help other people achieve things, it's like helping people in a different way. So I don't know. It's an amazing business in all different levels, right?
Right? Like Dez said, like Dez mentioned that before, like the products are just a little part of it. The products are kind of like the opener that when you start using them, you're like, oh, wow, like they feel amazing. But then there's this whole other business side that you just don't get anywhere else. Like the personal development, the community, the connection, just how the Erdenettas who have like 500,000 market partners working with the brand can make you feel like part of their family. I don't know how they do that, but somehow they manage to do that.
They do. I know Monations it's amazing. I'll never miss one of those. It is.
No, and like we've only been back for a week. Like it's been 1 week. So I'm still like, yeah, it's only been a week. Like this week has blown by. But like it just, yeah, because a week ago we were there. It was like day 2 or something.
Yeah.
So we had just come back from the karaoke bar. No.
Maybe.
We won't get into that. Yeah, but like, I mean, it's the travel, I know you've earned some free trips. Tell us about some of the free trips that you've earned. That like, would you ever have thought that you would be able to earn free trips and like bonus checks and incentives and like all this stuff that we get that we would never have gotten otherwise?
No, it's amazing. I mean, the first year I earned Bahamas, which blew my mind. I was like, how am I going to the Bahamas for telling people what I like to do, like what I use? I don't get it. And a girl on my team also made it, and we met there for the first time, which was a cool experience. Like we met on the plane. She was in a different part of Colorado, and we hung out the whole time, and it was amazing. I'd never been to the Bahamas before. It was incredible. They always do it up right too. They take such good care of us on trips like that. And then we usually get to see each other a couple times a year in Vegas. Every year we go to Vegas together, and then convention. And I don't know, I have more free products coming to my door soon. I just got an email because I know like our PV from, if you beat your PV, if you sell more products, you end up, like, they'll ship you more products. I'm like, I don't know. There's so many incentives of like bonuses and free products and trips. I love it. It's amazing.
That's amazing. Oh, I see somebody else just commented that they can't wait to go on their first trip. Another hairstylist here too, which is, I feel like so many more hairstylists are like seeing the opportunity now, probably because like in this past year and a half, salons have been shut down. It's kind of like our bread and butter has kind of like been taken away from us. Like for me, doing this for 19 years, I've never been shut down in my entire career to all of a sudden last year I was shut down for 3.5 months where I didn't work, that I would have made $0 had I not had that business. And then, a few more times after that because of my kids, like going to school and then their classes shut down. I can't work because my kids are home. Like it replaces your physical income is what it does if you allow it to. And it can just add to that. Even if you are physically working, it can add so much more than just doing hair or working your normal job, 9-to-5 job, right? So a little bit of a security blanket, I find.
Yeah, and the world's still in an unknown place right now. So I think it's the best thing ever when the world's in this, not this part of it, but that we have this community and we can work a business online and still make an amazing income without having to go to work, like with what's going on in the world right now. We don't know where we're headed or what's going to happen, but we have this, right?
Exactly. And because of that, I was even hesitant to even jump on and do this live because I'm like, oh God, everybody already feels like they're being sold to, and I like, for me, it never feels like that because I think I am so passionate about it that it never feels like I'm just trying to sell somebody the products or the opportunity. I truly want to help people. And I know what it's done for me. When we adopted our little one, I knew I wasn't going to be able to work 6 days a week anymore. I was going to have to be more present. And for me, this allowed me that little bit of time to step back and reevaluate where I was in my life, and yet still be able to work and have a community and all that. So like, that's why I'm not hesitant to share. I know social media has kind of become a platform where everybody wants you to buy something, but like, this is so much more than that. Yeah. It's not just, we want you to buy these products from us. It's like, no, I have this opportunity that's helped me and has helped countless other people that I know. And now I want to offer it to you. If you're willing to look into it and you're willing to put yourself out there a little bit, this could definitely be something that can help with that. So I feel like the whole Australian thing, like, how are you feeling about launching in Australia? Like, you're kind of a worldly woman. You've lived all over. I just love that, like, you know, it's all about connections and who you know, right?
And who you know that knows somebody, not even who you know, right? And with social media, it just opens so many doors. I mean, Australia is huge. The founder shares is life-changing. I'm super excited about it. I mean, so if anybody knows anybody in Australia, send them our way. We will help them. We will help them.
Because we want to help them too. Like, the fact that, like, we're launching in another country. Like, nobody is a market partner there yet. We're going to Australia where people already speak English.
I know. They
already love naturally plant-based products. And this is the way that they can, like, sell it in 8 countries. I mean, it's a no-brainer to me, right?
No, it's huge there. Nobody is selling it yet. It's brand new. I mean, to me, it is a no-brainer. Yeah.
Yeah. It's opening up many, many doors. So, okay, we're going to end this because it's probably already been a half an hour long video and I want us to be able to share this with other people. But like, just to leave this conversation before we say goodbye, if you could tell somebody that's watching, that's maybe one of your friends or a connection that you've made on social media, if you could give them one piece of advice, if they've been watching you on social media and thinking about possibly doing this, what would you say to them?
There's nothing, like, do not wait as long as I did. There's nothing to lose. Worst case scenario, you get the best discount in the world on our products and you get the best hair, skin, and wellness. I mean, there's nothing to lose. Like, there's no quotas, there's no hidden things. People think there's some like hidden, you have to order every month or you have to recruit a team. You can work this business however you want. And as you and I both know, we have people on our team that do it for fun. We have people that are running with it and making a lot of money. And it's completely up to the individual. And we are not pushy about it one bit. So I think it's a no-brainer. Get the products in your hands and start using them and sharing. And we're here to help you. Like, plus, you get some of the most amazing teammates and community around, right? And these trips are fun. There's just so many benefits. There's no downfall to it at all.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And to end this video, I just want to say, like, as market partners, you don't work for us. Okay, we work for you. We want to guide you. We want to show you how we've been successful. And that's essentially what we do as, you know, as a brand builder, as a business partner with this company. So we can show you how it's done. We can show you how we've been successful in it. And I think that's the really cool part is, like, we get to work together. Nobody's your boss. You are your own boss. You decide how much time you want to put in, how much money you want to make, and you decide your reason why you think that you need this business. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I super appreciate it.
So nice to see you. I miss you. It's been a week.
Yes, I know.
See you in Vegas or Miami.
Yes, Vegas or Miami, whichever one comes first. So we are doing it, girl.
We're doing it. High five.
Okay, have a great night, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. And don't forget, if you're watching the replay, we want to see where you tuned in from. So put your little country flag in the comments so we can see where you're watching from. Okay.
Bye.
Take care.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bye.